So, as we progress in our careers, we as printers, we develop different ideas and different thoughts about what we want to produce as printers. And I was I was a huge fan of Man Ray. Man Ray for me is one of the top photographers of all time. And so Man Ray is famous for solarization or saboteur. And I wanted to do solarization for my own personal work. So this is one of my pieces. But I didn't want to be copying a style of somebody else. So, everybody knows that Man Ray's styles were, these portraits or these nudes. And I didn't want to do anything like that. So what I decided to do was to do print solarizations at the beginning. So Man Ray's work was all negative solarizations, which create a black Mackie line around the image, and that's what you'll see in his work. You'll see the black Mackie line around areas of detail. Whereas in a print solarization, you get these white Mackie lines, and it's hard to see, but I'll, in future videos, I'm going to do some solarization. So I started doing thousands of solarizations of my own work, and I developed this style that I liked thanks to William A. Jolie, a professor from Berkeley University. And he wrote a paper on how to do solarization or saboteur. And basically it's the best body of work I've ever seen written on technically on how to do something. So if you're interested in solarization, Google William A. Jolie, because he's the man. He wrote the book on it, and I followed his methods to a T. And so I did a lot of print solarizations. And then when I started showing my work and I felt comfortable that I had did enough, I started doing negative solarization. So now I do both. But it's mainly for my own work and not for clients, because it's really subjective, and it really is something that is too subjective, that what I do with the solarization, then whose print does it belong to? The photographer, or does it belong to me? Who did most of the work? Who did the work? And so I find with solarization, it's something very private and very personal that I don't really like sharing with other clients. I have done some projects with photographers, but I normally try to steer away from doing solarizations for clients, only because it's so subjective and it becomes my choice of what it looks like rather than the photographer's.